You ever see an ad for a new tool and wonder how they're trying to sell you on it? Well, today, we're doing just that. We're going to pull back the curtain on an AI tool called Freezur. It makes this huge promise to automate viral video success. We're going to deconstruct its entire sales pitch piece by piece to see exactly how they build their argument. And boom, right out of the gate, this is their big hook. I mean, what a claim, right? It's speaking directly to the ultimate dream for any content creator, making something so good people literally can't look away. And notice the language they use. It's not just about getting views, it's about creating an addiction. So that's the big question, isn't it? How on earth can a piece of software, an AI, deliver on a promise that massive? That's what we're here to figure out. We're going to follow their marketing journey step by step to see the story they tell to convince you that AI is the magic key to viral stardom. All right, so here's our roadmap. First, we'll look at how they set the scene with this idea of a viral video gold rush. Then we'll dig into the secret code they claim to have cracked. After that, we'll see the problem they highlight and how their AI swoops in as the hero. And finally, we'll unpack all the features and break down the final price tag. Okay, first things first, any good sales pitch has to establish the stakes. So they start by framing the whole world of social media as this giant modern-day gold rush. The message is pretty clear. There is a fortune to be made out there, and if you want to stake your claim, viral videos are your pickaxe and shovel. Now, this is a classic sales move. They take this idea of a massive audience and frame it as a 100% guarantee of success. The logic is really simple. If you can just get millions of people to see your stuff, success isn't just possible, it's inevitable. It's a really powerful way to make you feel like you can't lose. So why is going viral the goal? Well, the way they pitch it, it's the ultimate shortcut. It's a way to just completely bypass the slow, grinding work of building a following over years. Instead, you get instant reach, you get massive brand awareness, and you do it all without spending a dime on ads. They're selling you speed. Of course, every great pitch needs some proof, right? To build that credibility, they tell this origin story about a chance discovery on Reddit. They point to this really simple, repeatable video format, just narrating user stories, and show that it's already a proven winner. This makes their whole strategy feel less like a gamble and more like a sure thing. All right, so they've laid out this huge opportunity and even given you a proven formula. Now comes the big reveal. This is where they lean in and whisper the secret that supposedly makes it all work. This is them cracking the code for you. And the big secret is? Actually, it's pretty simple. Watch time. Their entire argument boils down to this one idea. Think about it. Social media platforms just want to keep you on their site for as long as possible. So, if your video helps them do that, they're going to reward you by showing it to, well, everyone. And they don't just mention watch time, they make it sound like it's the one and only key that unlocks the whole kingdom. The message is so powerful. If you can just master this one thing, you're not playing the algorithm's game anymore. You're making the rules. Okay, so they've given you the secret sauce, but now they have to introduce the obstacle, the villain of the story. And that villain is the simple fact that making this kind of high engagement content is just incredibly hard, it's expensive, and it takes forever. This slide right here is designed to make you feel tired just looking at it. Seriously. By breaking down video creation into all of these little, tedious steps, it suddenly feels completely overwhelming. If you've ever tried to make a video, this is meant to be painfully relatable. And right when that problem feels impossible to solve, what happens? The hero arrives. Freezur is presented as the magic wand that just makes that entire horrible workflow vanish. Now, here's a really clever bit of marketing. They tap into this very online, very current slang term, Brainrot. And they define it for their audience as that hypnotic state where you're just glued to your phone, scrolling and scrolling, completely lost in the content. And here's where they connect all the dots. They basically say, our tool is specifically designed to create videos that cause this brainrot state. It freezes viewers in place. And that's why they call it Freezur. It's a pretty memorable little hook, you got to admit. So they've set up the problem, they've introduced their slick, branded solution. Now it's time to look under the hood and see the actual features they claim will deliver on that massive promise they made at the beginning. So the main selling point here is total end-to-end automation. The AI is built to take over that entire exhausting workflow we saw earlier. From the spark of an idea all the way to the final edited video,
The promise is that the software does all the heavy lifting for you.
But it's not just about automation. They also really push the flexibility. The tool can handle short-form stuff like Reels, but also long-form videos. It works in any language, it can repurpose your old content, and you see features like split-screen video and moving captions. Those are aimed directly at maximizing that one golden metric, watch time. And that brings us to the very end of the sales funnel, the final offer. This is where the big abstract dream of going viral gets turned into a real product that you can actually buy with a real price. I think this is pretty smart. They split the offer into 2 different packages, and each one is aimed at a very specific person. The Elite package is your entry point for the solo creator just getting started. But the all-inclusive package, that's for the pros, for the agencies who need to be able to do this at a huge scale. And when you look at the details, the main differences are all about limits. How many videos can you make? How long can they be? How many different AIs do you get access to? The bigger package also unlocks things like a commercial license and a bunch of extra software, which creates a really clear reason to upgrade. And then, to close the deal, they pull out a classic sales tactic. They reverse the risk. By offering a 30-day money-back guarantee, they take away all the financial fear. It makes saying yes a whole lot easier.
So, after taking apart this entire sales pitch, we're left with a pretty interesting question, right? Can something like viral success really be boiled down to a formula that an AI can just execute over and over? Or is AI just a really powerful tool that still needs that one thing that can't be automated, the unique, creative vision of a person? That's definitely something to think about.